Well, our involvement began with introduction to Paga Hill and to Papua New Guinea in approximately 2002, where we were fortunate enough to be invited up to look at the development potential of Paga Hill. Subsequently, in 2003, Paga Hill Development Company invited us to look at preliminary strategies for developing the entire peninsula of Paga Hill. That was a grand vision and a grand scale. To that end, we've been involved for this full 12 and 13 years in developing strategies parallel to the consolidation of the site, to the clearing of the site, and more recently that's worked towards the full realisation of a complete development potential and a complete development solution for the whole peninsula, the whole precinct. The developments that we've been studying have always been focused on realising an appropriate response for Port Moresby and for Papua New Guinea. This is not seen as a flippant one-off individual building, but solutions that are integrated, contiguous with the landscape and complementary to the dynamic landscape that is Paga Hill. The scale of the development is substantial. The nature of the uses is extremely diverse, and it's that diversity that we're trying to develop with our client, with Paga Hill Development Company, in realising a vital and an animated and a publicly accessible place for all in Port Moresby. There's also other overlays which, beyond the topographical, there's historic uses of the area, which was World War II heritage items which are still intact in various degrees, some more decayed than others, and we've been actively pursuing retention or interpretation, appropriate interpretation of those facilities. This is despite some fairly sad, I guess, states of decay, but where appropriate we're integrating them, and we've worked really hard, and the brief of Paga Hill Development Company has been that this is fundamental to our vision. This is about accessibility. We want to have access to the water. That's something that's really remiss in a large part of Port Moresby. It's a great aspect, it's a great character to that city. To that end, we're allowing public access through marinas. We're looking at opportunities for cafes and animation of all short-term, long-term stay marina activities, residence and commercial activity very close to the water, overlooking the water, very, very short horizon. And then that diversity of uses wraps around the whole headland. We terminate onto the Ella Beach end with a hotel, and that leads through a sequence of varying uses. We're really working hard to get this diversity so that it'll be animated and be occupied the whole time. So we go from hotels, we have 2 to 3 hotel sites nominated. We have a large retail centre, a shopping centre, which is around towards the Ella Beach end. That then morphs into a variety of commercial and residential activity. Some more commercial where it's closer to the ring road. As we get more elevated, that becomes a transition into residential. And then as we come around, we have major hotels and commercial looking into the harbour. The crown of Paga Hill is seen as a large commercial development with a multiplicity of office space and possibly a hotel at that point as well. The views from that headland will be 360 degrees, or from the top of Paga Hill, a 360-degree panorama which covers the whole harbour up and down the coast as well. What's grown as part of the brief now is the potential for a facility for international cruise liners to stop in Port Moresby. So part of the vision now is to integrate international standard cruise terminal. We anticipate out of that there will be tens of thousands of visitations which will need servicing from the economy of Papua New Guinea. This is a fantastic opportunity, and an opportunity that is too good to miss. We're now at the point where we're realising buildings, and a diverse array of buildings that will really be an iconic sort of presence for Port Moresby, something that heralds the new emerging Moresby. It is very much an objective for many international parties. Very many nations are interested in Port Moresby, and likewise Papua New Guinea is interested in those entities as well as the future of Port Moresby.